Hello class, I just watched the video The Skeletons in Abusers' Closets where convicted abusers reflect on their violent behavior. So as a group leader, I would like to give some of the verbatim responses or questions that I could ask some of the group members in hopes that it sparks some self-reflection, insight, and dialogue amongst the group members. So in one of the scenes, the group leader asks Robert, "What do you think about this being your third time in group?" Robert responds, "First thing that comes to mind is it's ridiculous because I should have learned from the first time. I didn't, apparently." So as a group leader, I could ask Robert, "What do you think prevented you from learning from your first time?" I hope that this question allows Robert to kind of reflect on his past times in group and maybe come up with some of the reasons why he's back in this situation. Did he not have the coping skills? Did he not have the resources? Did he not have a supportive environment? In another scene, new member Grant says, "I hate how I have knee-jerk reactions even if they are only thoughts. Even if it's nothing I've ever acted on. The impulse of if someone yells at me, the first thing I want to do is square my shoulders off and look them straight in the face because that's what I've always witnessed as the way to respond to hostility." So as a group leader, there's a few different ways you can approach this situation. The first is asking Grant a question saying, "Do you think squaring up your shoulders and looking them straight in the face is an appropriate way to respond to someone yelling at you?" I hope that this question allows Grant to realize that some of the attitudes he has about how to respond to these types of situations aren't healthy, and that he needs to learn new ways to respond to these types of situations. This is the perfect group to learn some of the healthy ways that he can respond to these types of confrontation. Another thing that the group leader could do is ask the group, does anyone in the group have any suggestions for Grant on healthy ways he can respond to the situation? I hope that other group members are able to provide Grant with some of the coping skills or behaviors that they've learned on how they can respond to confrontations. Another thing the group leader could do is say there are a variety of different coping skills that you can use in this situation, such as taking a deep breath and composing yourself. Another is thinking about your possible reactions before acting on impulse. In this situation, the group leader can model and teach the group members a variety of coping skills that they can use in these situations. The last situation is where Grant says, especially as men, it's like, be strong, be masculine, don't be aggressive, don't be mean, don't be hostile. We should be nurturing and supportive and kind, but not lose your masculinity or what essentially is defined as being a man. So as a group leader, you could ask a question to Grant saying, if you did act nurturing, supportive, and kind, would you have concerns about how others would perceive you? Do you believe others would not view you as masculine? I think that this question allows kind of Grant an opportunity to kind of reflect on some of the attitudes and societal norms that people have about men. Often society thinks men should be strong, masculine, but I hope that this question sparks a debate that it's okay to be vulnerable, to express some of your emotions.